Gemini, I'm about to shuffle the cards, but before I do, I got a channeled message and it said switch off and head out. Switch off and head out. And I'm seeing someone who is in their house, they're switching the TV off straight away and they're heading out. You're going somewhere important. This is a big deal for you to just switch it off and go out, right? I don't know what the fuck that means, but you're going out. Let's look. Yeah? Divine, show me what the hell is going on. Why is Gemini switching off and going out? Transformation, major transformation, balance. You're getting your life back. Wow, big deal. This looks incredible. So far, I've pulled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Every single one's a major. 6 major. Okay, we've broken it. We've gone into a 4 over here. Okay, incredible energy coming out, guys. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Straight away, I am looking at transformation and balance now. A situation that's going on here is it looks like an ending in a relationship, okay? But it could be an ending in a contract, something that's come to an end. It's been a massive transformation in your life to walk away from this, to give this up. Either way, it's bringing joy into your life. I think you found what true joy is, what true love is, what true happiness is. I think you came into a connection with somebody that you totally fell in love. Some of you thought you broke up and now you're in love with yourself, or you fallen in love with someone new, or some of you guys, you've just fallen in love and you're making plans to move towards that love in a more fulfilling way, in a more of a long-term committed way. There's plans, there's communication. There is some kind of rest at this time, though. I want to look at that, right? There's a need for you to rest, a major need to rest. Yeah? Yeah. Because there's been a challenge around your ascension. Now, whatever's happened in regards to this love, there's been a passion, an upsurgence, a shift, a relationship, a connection, something that's changed in your life, something that's transformed you, gone through a death and rebirth cycle. You've had to rebalance, you've had to plan, you've had to speak more confidently about self. As a result, it has allowed you to find true love and happiness and joy, but it has challenged your spirituality. It really, really has. As a result, the divine is saying you need to rest. You need to go within. You need to work out what your morals and integrity are now. You need to work out what your spiritual rituals are. What do you believe now? So if you're just coming over to my channel and you're suddenly just like into tarot, but you used to be a Christian, or you're starting to understand more about the divine and you used to be an atheist, and you're like, what the fuck? I don't know what I believe in anymore. It's that kind of energy. You're going on a soul journey, a spiritual journey, and you're awakening in a way you never have before, and it's encouraging you to broaden your horizons, go out. Create more. I think you want to eat healthier foods. I think you want to plant your own produce, eat certain foods, scrap certain foods from your diet, go organic. I'm seeing all of this stuff here. But your intuition is awakening you to something that's happened in childhood, right? And it's a life-changing event. Wow. Listen, let me tell you this now. This is me giving you a really harsh wake-up call to what it means to be a spiritual being, because what I just saw when I looked at the cards just now is I've just seen someone who's just stepped onto the spiritual journey. Yeah, you've just, for your first time ever, now started to realize, oh my gosh, no, I'm spiritual. No, I want to go on a spiritual journey. No, I think this is for me. I'm telling you, I've got to keep it 100 and real with you. It's not nice over here. It's not nice over here at all. Yeah, everyone thinks, oh my god, I'm spiritual. Crystals, sage, moon energy, all of this stuff. The truth of the matter is, if you are a real spiritualist and you're really doing the work, especially if you're over here on my channel where I go deep into the shadow and the unconscious mind and I dig out what's going on in your life and present it to you so you can look at it and heal and repair, that ain't smooth sailing. Not a lot of people have the ability and the resilience to long-term go on an inner journey and look at their self. Because what I've just seen here is the divine is saying rest. Because you've found fulfillment in spirituality some way. You may have awakened to one of your clear senses. There's 9 clear senses. I have a feeling that you've woken to one of them intently. That could be clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience. Yeah? There's clairtangience. There's loads of them. I've got loads of reports out on my website where you can go over there and check that out. Yeah? And you can see the different publications. I've got loads of spiritual conversation and just psychological talk and well-being stuff. Loads of different out there predictions. So feel free to go and look at that in your free time. But the reason I'm coming in to stop you straight away is because I can see straight away that the divine is saying, whoa, They've stumbled onto the spiritual pathway. They're incredibly excited about it. It could be related to someone you've started dating, a person in your life that's awoken you to this, a reader, an activist, someone online, someone you've met at an event. They've shifted your consciousness over here, and now you're really into this realm. But the truth of the matter is, the divine is saying, let this person know that if they are coming over here, they're going to need a minute to rest beforehand. Because what's going to happen in the next month, yeah? They're saying the next 3 months, so the next quarter 2 of the year, which is going to be April, May, June, you are going to go through a real fucking awakening, yeah? If you've just awoken to one of your clear senses, fucking hell, your senses are going to be on 10 by June, yeah? Your senses are going to be off the charts by July. And as a result, there's going to be all this stuff that rises up in you. When you go on a spiritual journey, I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to deal with stuff. Yeah, because straight away I see stuff from childhood's coming up straight away. Firstly, main obstacles. So whoever this reading's for, you're fucking lucky. I wish I had someone to do this for me when I was coming up on the journey. I had to go it alone. I had to go it in the dark. No one gave me these warnings. Straight away I can see your life path, yeah? And I can see for you over the next 3 years, the main thing that's going to burden you and struggle you, if you're just now stepping onto the spiritual journey. Let me be clear, because I am prophetic. I am giving you a reading. I like to make sure I do these in healthy ways. This is not going to resonate with everyone. This is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, you can make a request on the website. However, for the person engaging with this reading up until this point, who knows that they have just come onto a spiritual journey in a real life for the first time, they've just awakened and they've got some senses going on. They know that they're spiritually gifted in some way. They're starting to study and look at it and get crystals and all these other stuff. I'm telling you now, for the next 3 years, for the next 3 months, you're going through a mad shift if you choose to carry on. A mad shift. In the next 3 months, there's going to be some trauma that comes up about your childhood, yeah? Potential childhood abuse. This is deep. I don't want to go into too much detail, but you know, I just breathe like that for a reason. If you received that, you know what that's about. I'm not going to go into detail. But there's childhood abandonment, there's childhood abuse here of many different kinds. That's going to have to come up and that's going to have to be looked at. That's a big part of your healing. Yeah? I know people that have been on the spiritual journey for years and years and years, and only suddenly, years later, now they're like, oh shit, I need to deal with that abuse. I didn't deal with it. And that was what's blocking their chakras or blocking their destiny or blocking their financial abundance. Now, the main thing that's coming up for you here is financial issues and childhood abandonment and childhood abuse of different kinds. These are the main 2 obstacles that you will have to take on over the next 3 years if you are willing to walk this path. This is a deep spiritual reading whoever I'm giving to this newbie on the path, because they're going to break down all of your finances, how you spend money, why you're in this financial situation. I'm talking to someone who has a very lack mindset when it comes to money. You've never been able to manage money incredibly well. You've never had a lot of it, but you do have dreams and desire for so much more. When you do have chunks of money, you're willing to give it away to people frivolously, to family, to friends, to pay other people's bills. You're paying other people's bills. You're clearing other people's credit card debt. Issues around money, a big deal. The divine is screaming, the biggest obstacle for you is your relationship with money. Massive burdens around your relationship with money here. And then also a big impact is the stuff that went on in childhood. And you're going to be asked to look at that for 3 years consecutively. And just they're asking me to give you some advice on the situation and what that means for you specifically. And what they're saying to me is, explain how that occurred for me. So what occurred for me and what will occur for you is you're going to continue to recycle through this abuse. Yeah. Now, when I say abuse, I'm saying it loosely, but I want you to understand mentally, you could abuse yourself when you keep replaying the narrative from your past. So I'm asking you to really understand what you're about to embark on if you're going to go on a spiritual journey, because you're going to have to look at the abandonment issues from your childhood. And if there was more serious abuse than abandonment, then you're going to have to look at that. You may have to relive that in writing or through therapy or counseling. There is no easy way to the crown chakra and towards the light. You have to be willing to go into your deepest, darkest elements of self. That's what spirituality is. It isn't a little bit of sage and a little bit of crystal healing. No. It's a real deep inner work. You will be transformed in 3 years if you are willing to go on this journey and look at what you went through in your childhood and find repair. I tell you, that's awfully painful and difficult. If I knew what the spiritual journey was really like, I don't know if I would have went to it. If someone gave me the advice I'm giving you now, I don't know what I would have done, actually. So let me know how you find this and how you feel, because I'm not trying to fearmonger you, but I wish you would know. Yeah? Because it makes you question every relationship you have with your family and friends. Yeah? Anyone who's not even awakened to the journey, and evolving spiritually like you get more and more distant with them over time. It's hard for you to maintain a relationship with people because they haven't ascended to your level, and you're constantly on a mission, and then you're seeking for people that are on the same vibration of you, and it's harder to find them in reality because actually our ecosystems and where we come from, most people around us aren't like us. When we choose to branch out and break trail, remember, bear in mind, you're the only one breaking trail here. And if someone's put you on the path, one person that you just kind of know a little bit, or is that you're dating now, there's no sure thing that you're going to be dating them a year from now, 2 years from now, 6 years from now. Yeah? So be aware that you're about to open a can of worms about your whole life, your whole ancestry, the whole childhood trauma that you sat on and never looked at, all your issues with money that has been blocking you all your life, that's going to get unpicked and analysed. You're going to go through many more cycles of being broke and then having money again, being broke and then having money again. So you're going to have to learn to budget, plan, financially break down and journal when you're spending money. Why are you spending your money like that? Where did you get these money habits from? You're going to need to learn this shit. Yeah? Because there's nothing worse than saying, oh, I'm spiritual. I'm spiritual now. Yes. Being spiritual ain't about fucking sage and crystals and tarot reading. It's about deep inner work that's painstakingly difficult, that brings you in and out of dark night of the soul on a frequent basis. And only when you commit to the journey and you commit to finding yourself do you align to the Most High and you truly find your relationship with God. Then God carries you through the realms and you become wiser, smarter, you awaken to all of your gifts and abilities. And as a result, in the time frame that God declares, in divine timing, you awaken to everything you were destined for in this lifetime. Luckily for you, you've only got 3 years. Lucky motherfucker. It's taken me 10 to get here, and I still got a long way to go. And this is lifelong. Like, they're telling me you've got 3 years before you see any kind of results from this activity. Yeah? That's nice. I wish I had someone to tell me this. I didn't have any of this shit coming up. But they're telling me clear as day, if you embark on this journey, you're going to have 3 years of what will feel like hell. But then after that, you're going to have the dirtiest breakthrough you've ever seen. And you're going to be like, yes, thank God I did this. My life is great. I'm a brand new person. But I'm telling you, for the first 3 years, it's going to be lonely AF. You have people around you, but it's that energy of everyone's around you, but you're still the loneliest person. You're in a room full of people, but you're still the loneliest person in it. Do you get what I mean? That energy. Because no one's really aligned to you. No one really knows where you're at psychologically and what you're going through. No one can really comprehend it because they ain't been there. They're not on the journey that you are, because you're on a solitary, hermetic journey to find the Lord, to find God, to find Mother Gaia, to align to the Most High, Brahma, universe, universal law, whatever it is for you. You're seeking self at a much more profound level. Everyone can say, oh, I read a little book about this, self-awareness, oh, I went to therapy, oh, I'm doing this. No, you got to go through pain and trauma to find your way to the light for real. We don't fake it over here. You can't fake spirituality. It will show. You can't fake your relationship with God. It will show. You know? So that was me being really, really fucking intense, because this is the serious thing that you're about to embark on your life. And it's going to be 3 years of commitment without any real reward and seeing it and being pretty fucking broke. But you're broke already. Do you get what I mean? Like, I'm not to be rude, I'm just being real, guys. If you don't agree, say, bitch, I'm rich, I'm not broke, never been broke in a day in my life. Okay, sorry, don't come for me, like, I'm just saying what I see in it. But the truth of the matter is, if you want to get out whatever cycle that you've been in, it's a situation of, you've got to do the work. So you're just being prepared. Like, don't expect overnight success. Don't expect things to happen quickly for you. You've got 3 years before you really start to see anything come in from this. So from now, when you start today, after receiving this transmission, you take time to rest, assess your life and think, do I really want to go on a journey like this? Because this random chick on fucking YouTube is now trying to tell me, if I do this, I've got 3 years of intensive self-work before I see any reward. So if you're building a business, doing anything like that, yeah, you'll get a little bit here and there, but overall, until you deal with this childhood wounding and your relationship with money since the start of time and your karma since past life regression you also need, because you've got financial burdens from your past lives, I see. So until you can dig into all of that shit, intently and work on it. Journal, go on a self-love journey. Feel free to go to Her Members Only, my other YouTube channel, which is free, which has a radical self-love, which I've done a project for 7 months, intently going through step by step how to really work work on yourself radically, because sometimes you need to love yourself radically to really ascend, boy. So feel free to check out at least the first one of that and see how you feel about the content. But yeah, this is a heads up and a warning to you, Gemini. It ain't easy out here. And I would love you to be on the spiritual journey, because the more of us that wake up, the more of us that are doing the Lord's work. And we're moving with purpose. I say that I wouldn't be here if I had a choice, but that's a lie. Because I don't know anything else other than God and purpose. I'm so happy knowing my mission. But in that same breath, I say that I could cry to you right now, because it's so sad and lonely sometimes. It's so sad to have to awaken by yourself. I lost all my family, all my friends. And I say that they're still alive, scattering around, and they didn't really just leave me. I left them. I had to go and leave loads of people behind over and over again for me to ascend. Because anytime I shared my message from God, which I knew was my true higher self, they would laugh at me or mock me or not believe. And how can I really truly align to God when people around me are mocking my God, mocking my belief, mocking my faith? I am God and God is me. How can I allow that to be when I've got mockery surrounding me, disbelievers surrounding me? And no one really, as spiritual beings, we're not conforming to a standardized religion. We're doing our own thing. We're finding our own way to exist. We're finding our own word with God. And that is an incredibly difficult thing to do. It requires for us to truly know who we are. You know? It's hard. That's all I wanted you to know. Because I've seen what's going on. And I just want you to know it's not easy what you're about to embark on. So I've given you the tea. I've given you the insight of what it's really going to take. And I hope to see you on the journey. And I would love you to hit me in the comments and be like, Hermatologist, I am in this. This is what I'm meant to be doing. This is what I believe in. My heart is here. I'm going to work on finding myself with the divine, and whatever will be, will be. And that's you declaring your oath to yourself, to the divine, you know, to your God, whoever it may be. The thing is, when I started the journey as well, I came in Christian. I was still remaining Christian. I was born again during that period of time. Then I moved over to Hindu. I've got so much Hindu deities that show up and pop up because I'm clairvoyant. I see Hindu deities all the time. I see Jesus all the time. I work with Jesus and Krishna and Kalima and Hanuman and Ganesh a lot. Loads of gods. I speak to Allah all the time. So whatever you believe in is right for you. But you need to know that the other people are going to judge you. Because for me saying I speak to Allah, I speak to Jesus, and I speak to Krishna, imagine what a Hindu's going to think about that. Imagine what a Muslim's going to think about that. A Christian's going to think about that. They're going to judge me. They're not going to say anything nice. They're not going to want to support me. Everyone's going to just have their own opinions. Oh my God, I see dead people. I'm clairvoyant. Oh my God, you must be mentally ill. There's always going to be judgments from the ignorant and the unaware and the people with their own views. And that's okay. But you got to be strong enough to put that shit to the side and keep walking in your light. Keep walking with your truth. Bearing in mind you're going to have to deal with all of that shit while still working through your financial trauma from past lives and your abandonment issues in this lifetime. Yeah? Ain't easy, boy. Spiritual journey ain't easy. I've given you the heads up. I would love you to stay on the journey now that you've got the awareness, but take time to rest and truly recognize what this means for you. You will never be the same again after this. 3 years from now, if you embark on this, you will be a transformed person forever. And it will be the person that you want to be. Remember, no, I'm talking to you and I'm telling you what I see, but I ain't controlling your life. I ain't dictating this to you. This is your life. This is your journey. This is you creating what you want for yourself in the now moment. So what are you going to do, Gemini? Let me know.